Welcome to the Cake Therapy Podcast, a slice of joy and healing with your host, Dr. Altricia Foster. This is a heartwarming and uplifting space that celebrates the transformative power of baking therapy. The conversations will be a delightful blend of inspirational stories, expert insights, and practical baking tips. Each episode will take listeners on a journey of self-discovery, emotional healing, and connection through the therapeutic art of baking. There's something here for everyone, so lock in and let's get into it.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Cake Therapy Podcast, your slice of joy and healing. I want to welcome you all back to the show. This is one of my favorite shows to record since we started doing the Cake Therapy Podcast, and it's because I have some of my childhood friends joining us today. We are talking about cakes, but most importantly, we're talking about connection. So this special roundtable conversation is going to be filled with unfiltered conversations between me and my three high school girlfriends. We've laughed together over the years. We've cried together. Well, not with all of them, because you can't cry in front of some of them. We've grown apart and we'll definitely come back together. So I want to welcome the girls to the show at the moment. We have Carla, Nicole, and Janine online. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi. So as we are getting ready for our 30-year high school reunion, I wanted to connect.
No. You alone for 30.
I wanted to connect with everyone. Nicole, shush! I wanted to connect with them to see where they are, what they're willing to share with you guys about our friendship, because it spanned over 30 years. And I wanted to see who's going to the reunion. I'm joking. And I already know who's going. And in a world where we so often pit women against each other, or make us feel that we have to compete, I wanted to talk to you guys about the lack of competition among us over the last 30 years. How we've grown together and how we actually lean on each other for sisterhood. So today we're talking like real friends, real healing. It's just a conversation between sisters and sisterhood around mental health. So thank you, Carla, Janine, and Nicole for joining us. Share with our listeners who you are, just briefly, because we know that someone will not talk enough, who you are, what you do, etc. And a fun fact, a fun memory about me. Nicole, go first.
You know me say it was me first, so I'll go first. Hi guys, my name is Nicole. I am not as old as Altricia, so I knew her from in the womb. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so I am divorced. I have two girls, and I'm a girl's girl, so I value my friendships. And coincidentally, most of my close female friendships are in excess of 20 years. That's like from a bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, okay, so disclaimer, this is not a fun fact, but just to let you guys know, I'm the one that's going to be picked on, and it's okay because they're safe with me. I provide the safe space. So they know that I don't get offended when they take jabs, and they know that when they tell all the lies that they want to tell on me, I'll still love them. So yeah, I'm that person.
Disclaimer, Johnny.
That's it. Hi, I'm Janine Miller. Trish and I have been friends how long now, lady?
Long time.
Yeah, long time. A memory with her, I remember she made me start taking the bus home because she used to tell me all these fun stories that she had with the guys. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm missing out. Anyhow, she was on first shift and I was on second shift, so she used to wait on me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one day, she took not one bus, but two buses. And when we would ordinarily be either taking a taxi to go home or walking home because we can't get any taxi, apparently she saw somebody who was not dressed to her liking, at which point she turned around and said, "Dean, look on the coffee there." No, Lord, me left Jenny in a school. So that's just a story that we always laugh at. I'm like, you did how many things before you realized I wasn't there? But that's because I'm the quiet one, right?
Don't believe her, she's not that quiet. Carla?
So, hi. So, I'm Carla. I am a mother of 2. And to sum it up, I love sisterhood. I love friends. I love the friendship. I love being there for my friends. And fun fact with Altrisha, the fun facts I have with Altrisha are not fit for airplay, therefore I cannot share them. There are deep, dark secrets that cannot be told to the internet. So unfortunately, I would love to share, but I cannot.
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Carla. You know, like these girls knew me before I was Dr. Anything, before I had all these letters behind my name. And I'm really excited to take a deep dive to talk about like messy female friendships, like to find out from them, like why are we not messy? Like, you know, why do you think so many people believe that female friendships are messy and fake? But why aren't we messy?
I think mainly because we're all very secure. So my experience with females is that when you have females that are secure, like there's no need for the mess. And I mean, this is how I've really tried to raise my girls, because there's nothing I hate more than when a female sees a beautiful female and feels like she can't say, oh my gosh, you are so beautiful. And it takes a very secure female to do it. That's what I wonder about the dark secret they call a whole but.
No, you know what you said, you not hear them.
No, further on.
Yes, man. Not a one deep dark night when we are all mates.
Yeah, I'm with it.
But I think that plays a part, but I think what really plays a part is that we're okay hearing things that we don't want to hear. It's like we're open to tough conversations and it's not so sensitive because we can talk about it. And if we feel away, the person will say, I know you feel away, but you're my friend and this is why I'm telling you. So you can rationalize why that is happening. And so that helps because we're not as sensitive. I think maybe because we all grew in tough environments, like we don't have time for sensitivity. So it's like, tell me straight, so I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And that is appreciated.
Just to piggyback a little bit about what Nicole said earlier in terms of she being a safe space for us, really that safe space is amongst all of us. And so we know that irrespective of what we say to the other person, we know it's coming from a good place, from a place of love. So we don't truly think that, oh, she's saying this because she bad mind or she's jealous. It's never that. And we're always trying to elevate each other, right? We always cheer each other's successes. You know, when things go bad, we're there to try to help each other to dig yourself out of that rut and that dark place. But I think what I find to be most valuable is that I know that there's safety amongst us.
Mm-hmm. Guys, you see how they sound very thoughtful, well-spoken and put together. But let me tell you, one of my favorite things about them is like, I can call them with the mess and they will ride at dawn. They are willing to ride with the mess, okay? So tell me one thing, guys. Well, I have always thrived on this theory of no new friends. Like I have no new friends, maybe since my time at Howard. What are your thoughts on that theory?
New friends take a whole heap of work. No, new friends take a lot of work. So like, and when I say new, okay, I don't know. You guys can concur. I may not make friends the easiest. But when people are brave enough to want to be enfolded in my circle, it takes a lot of work. I think one of the things I value most about my friends and the length of time is that you know who I am over the years, and you can all attest to it being very similar. But when you have new friends, especially as adults, and you're starting to learn the different personalities, it takes a lot of work, you know. So you see, if somebody is not willing to invest that amount of work in a relationship, sometimes friendships are more work than relationships. Because I'm telling you, I have a friend and I say to her all the time, listen, I can understand why men struggle with you, girl, because it takes a lot. But I love her. She's my friend. But learning is like you're teaching old dogs new tricks. So the people that are able to maintain their relationships, that's really something to be valued, because I've also observed females who don't have any friends past 3-4 years, and it rough on them, man. Rough.
Yeah, I don't do the new friend stuff at all because I just don't find it beneficial. Like, I don't have the time to sit down and try to get to know someone. And I think that for me, I start questioning my new friends, to be like completely honest. Like, okay, why do you want to be friends with me? Because I'm not particularly friendly. I'm not nice. I'm like, so what is it about me that, you want to be friends? So new friendships are just hard for me.
I'm completely opposite though.
Yeah, we know.
Carla.
You know, Carla. You bubbly.
Take it away.
Bubbly. Like champagne.
Yes, Janine. Our bottle of champagne.
I know.
No, it's true though. Like I have found that there's been people that come into my life later, but it's the quality of who they are. So I guess maybe for me, I kind of, I'm very observant about a lot of things. I'm not gonna push things, but I'm observant about, what you do, how you do, where I see certain things. And then it might take a little time for you to get into my circle, so to speak, which is actually quite small. But I think every time I've been in different situations, I've found good friendships in other situations that I think have quality. But then I guess it's because I'm bubbly and I'm always seeing the good in people with something. So I don't necessarily question a lot. I take what I get. And but once you cross that line into being somebody that I value, then you're held to a higher standard.
Yeah.
But the other people that are not there, the standard is quite low for them, so it doesn't really matter.
But let me ask you, Carla, how many times are you disappointed though because trust me, the disappointment is real with the new friends. I can understand what Trish said about, you being wary, because it's like you having a relationship that you're with from school days, you question that less. Because when somebody comes to you're wondering, okay, what are you coming at? Are you genuine? Are you just trying to piggyback off or something? What are you looking for? It and the disappointment sometimes is just why people just don't bother.
Yeah.
But I guess it's because I'm genuine with most things that I do. So for me, it's like I'm going to do what I want to do in that moment. I just kind of look at your reactions to how things are done, or how you treat other people, or what you say to me, or stuff like that. And that kind of tends to define how I try to, where I place you. Because like some people never be a friend. They're just high and by.
Yeah.
After you've interacted with them for a little while. But some people might have a little promise. And then there's some people too who are genuine, and they come into your life and they're like, yo, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
So we have to go deal with this.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna deal with it.
Carla, what you said, that's very true, because much like Nikki and Trish, I don't like people. Everybody. So, me no want a friend.
Yeah, man, the nail signal.
However, here's what happened to me 2 years ago.
Okay.
There's this one lady who just kept talking to me and approaching me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's like, we're going to be friends. I'm like, we are not going to be friends. Do I look very friendly? This is not my thing. I am okay with the few friends that I have. I am fine.
Yeah.
And she wore me down, but she always also said, that is a front that you put up, because that's not who you are in terms of your heart, because I can see your heart. Look at all of us with our hearts. Callum just out there, right? The others of us, ours isn't out there like that. Like, we keep ours close. So once someone comes in, it's like a huge deal. Callum's just like, oh yeah, here, have it. Oh, you stepped on it? All right, bye. We're like, oh no, you're not getting this. And then when you get it and you step on it, you are dead to us. Like, you no longer exist, we want nothing to do with you. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
But I want to add, oh, sorry, finish?
No, you're fine. Go ahead there.
No, go ahead,
I
Carla.
want to add though, So you see, for me, it's a process. You see, once you get into that space, you're valued. I'm going to work on our relationship once you get to that point. If I decide that I'm going to choose you, you're chosen. Whether you decide to choose me or your problem. But you not get like divorce not really in our thing. You have to go just stay in our house and live in our relationship. If you are, that's it. But if I decide that, hey, this is not worth my time, I'm done. Cross that, like there's no maybe, it's okay, that's a wrap. You don't exist anymore. I guess because I'm so open, I have to close off myself if I realize I'm in a situation with that sort of where I'm not truly valued.
Yeah. So we're talking about the no new friends theory. And upon introducing this question to the group, I spoke about them riding at dawn, and I'm like, I'm serious about it. Like they show up when you need them. But I want to pose to the group that we've all had our seasons like where we weren't our best selves, right? When we were broke and didn't tell each other, or grieving or going through hell. What does it really look like to show up for each other?
Answering those calls at 2, 3 a.m. Doing the things that ordinarily you don't want to do, but you do it because you're supporting that friend who is in need, and irrespective of what you might think at that time, it's what they need.
And it's also too, like, for me, sometimes you have somebody that that they really want to do something and they're not being their true authentic self and they're afraid to do it. And you draw them out and carry them go do it.
Yeah.
And there are times too, like just being, as Janine said, whatever this person needs at the moment. Like if somebody there on a funeral and both with tears, somebody owed me, I have to just draw them back. because you know what would happen. Like that is what it is. People tend to think that this ride at dawn means, a lot of people tend to feel like it thinks, oh, like follow this person or have them back or all of these things. But it's other simple things like carry a picnic, them come drop off over my yard, me keep them for the weekend. Or like, back to school time, I come up and you say, okay, you know what? You don't even know the person needs it. There are times when I've had female friends literally moved to tears because honestly, a lot of times people can take people for granted and it is not at all intentional. Yeah. It's just like you're doing. This is one of the reasons too, back on the new friends, why I have to be very careful, because I really don't stop to check my receipts to see what I'm getting back. I'm just giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. Once you're my friend, I have no bounds as to, what I will do for you. So I have to be very careful that I only allow people who are deserving.
Yeah. But
I can tell you, from babysitting to cooking to balling to anything, my friends know them can call me. People don't, like, nobody calls me if they don't want a solution to the problem. Because we're not sitting in on a problem. We're moving past it and moving on. And I think that's what true friendship is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just like being ready to ride is just being there to do what is needed in that particular moment. Sometimes it's just to put up on the phone and make you ball.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's to tell you you're amazing. Didn't you know this? How could you not know this? Yeah. When somebody needs it the most, And I think it's also just knowing true when somebody needs something when they don't know that they need it. There are people in this group who have looked at me and said, you need a break. And I'm just like, no, I'm good. And they're like, no, go take a break. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus. And I'm just like, and then I feel like, Jesus, please, them tell me I'm going to take a break. I'm never take it.
Yeah.
And I do something and I'm just like, oh God, this was like, I needed this, but I didn't know I needed it. So I think it's about that too. And also, of course, being ready to ride when it's time to ride.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But let me ask you, like, how vulnerable should you allow yourself to be in your friends group? I've always like wondered that, because me, I'm super private. I'm like the private eye. I'm like the Fort Knox. But like, how vulnerable should one be, in their group?
Well, if you can't be vulnerable, you're in the wrong group.
Problem. Yeah, you're in the wrong group.
And I personally think, and I tell people all the time, that I can't have a friend that I'm not all up in your business and all up in your grill.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, we should be able to share deep, dark, everything, and know that it's a safe space. So if you're not vulnerable, then it's not a safe space.
Yeah.
And so for me, there should be no holds back. Like,
guys,
you guys should not be. You shouldn't be at home not feeling well or going through something and I don't know. That's why I'm here. That's why you have somebody. And so for me, if you're not doing that, then it means you don't trust me enough to include me. So I take offense to those things. Like, don't tell me when you come out of hospital, so you did in a hospital. You're not my friend.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's important for me to be there for my friends. It's something that I pride myself on. It's what I enjoy doing. It's part of my love language, being there.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to deny me that opportunity to be there for you, we have a problem with it. We're going to talk.
That's totally understandable. But I have been accused of not allowing friends to be there for me. And it's not because I don't trust. Like, I know it's a safe space. I know I can be vulnerable. I know all of this. But for me, it was they have their own issues dealing with. They have so much on their plate. And so I don't want to put something else on there. But that was a reminder to me when this happened. I don't know, maybe a year ago or so, that though that may be true, just as you said, because I would feel the same way too, that I am depriving them of doing something for me that they take really seriously, just as seriously as I would take it for them. So I would want to be there for them. I would be there for them, and I would be offended had they done the same to me. It was a reminder that, hey, you also need to make sure, don't think about all that they have going on. Just tell them, share it.
Yeah.
Fix your face a little bit, Nikki. No, meaning the camera. Fix the world will see that you are not the
Anyways, back to what Janine was saying.
Yeah.
For a long time, I struggled with being that friend that could be helped. So I am there for everybody. And I would just not allow people to be there for me. And it's not really that I wouldn't allow them. It's just that I'm so focused on getting out of my ditch. When I consider someone want a crowd in a ditch with me. So if when me in a one ditch, me no want a crowd. But I can make the ditch smaller.
No man, I'm here dig.
No, I'm not digging. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna get out of it. Like, a very lonely time for me, a very hard time for me was when I was going through my divorce. And I said nothing to my friends. I just went through the motions, did everything. And I remember I was talking to Cheryl, all the way, know who that. And she said to me, Nikki, oh, you never said nothing. And I'm like, never really occurred to me. And she said, no, but you know, call, you know, say nothing. And I realized that I was unnecessarily alone because I had people who, and even I think even Carla said it to me after, I had people who would have chosen to be there for me, but me just I think about me being there for other people. So you really must have those friends who you can say, hey, no girl, you don't have to do this by yourself. Like, we can bear it out.
Yeah, we're here to drag you out of it.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like the perfect segue to my next question, Nicole, because I wanted to ask you girls, like, what do you wish someone had done for you when you were going through one struggle? Not just someone, either of us or any of us. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Carla, you have one?
Question.
Me no longer say me love chatting us, so that's why I wait.
No, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
What do I wish someone had said to me or done to me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I wish, and I don't even know if it's that someone didn't do it, but sometimes we don't really make ourselves seem like, I wish someone had asked me if I was sure about what I was doing when I was getting married.
Yeah, wow.
And I also wish someone had asked me, you sure you want to leave Jamaica and go live a foreign? Because I kid you not.
You sure me never asked you?
Why, Carla, you never say it loud enough? Because, and don't get me wrong, I had my personal reasons. Most of them were related to family obligations and responsibilities. But, is that something that if my friends had, I'm a perfect one. After I had my first child, I was older, so I went on the pill. No, I took the injection first. Didn't like the injection, so I went on the pill. Couldn't understand why I'm not eating weight and why not eating food, gaining weight. Why my friend come now and said to me, say, oh no, you don't know, so the pill make your head fat. Never remember to tell me, say me fi use a backup and as me top take a pill. So I wish someone had said, girl, you have to have backup because you never know when your thing go, yeah. No regret. I love my bunononos, but somebody should have said, girl, yeah, and also the thing work. You know, automatically once you stop it, somebody should have said me that.
Yeah. Guess what? Here's my biggest regret with you guys. My biggest regret is going through like my struggles alone. In a sense that nobody knew anything about me really, like who I am, right? Until maybe like 5 years ago. And it's not like I didn't know that everybody would have been there for me, but my struggle was, I wish I had removed the cloud of shame from sharing my own personal story and journey with you guys. And boy, like I really appreciate that you guys stood 10 toes down until I was ready.
That's what we're here for.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's our job.
So I think I have evolved as a friend. I've evolved as a friend. I've become a much better friend in my friend group. And as we're coming up on like knowing each other over 3 decades, like seriously, guys.
No, you say you look good. You better shout it louder.
I will look good.
I'm proud.
They're not gonna believe us. I just wanted to know how have our friendship evolved over time, especially as we've grown into different women.
Me like the fact that my friend them not financially challenged.
Yeah, but get something, you know, Nicole.
No.
I'm coming up on.
Let me tell you something. No, let me explain something to you. And it is a different feeling when you go out with a group of friends and people are fight to pick up the check versus when you go. No, this is a real thing. Because some of the girls, let me know, especially the one them will love order full buckles when you go out with people who don't drink and them order shots pan top of drinks pan top of this and patata and the checker come everybody a look for you because of you did say.
Yeah.
Everybody a look for you. Me love when me go out with my group of friends and everybody a reach for the check.
Yeah.
Yes.
But listen, when I go with you guys, I'm not reaching for any check anymore because I can't afford it.
Really?
You know?
Really no. That's the way to go right, bro.
Anyway, you know why it bothers me? It's not that I have a problem with picking up the check. You know why it bothers me? I've seen females who could give another female a little grace, not cost them nothing, and then don't have the grace to give the other female, but them call a holler how much millions of dollars man rob from them. That's a problem for me personally, because I think that as women and as friends, the least you can give your friend a little grace.
Well, I'm giving you a heads up, guys. I'm gonna need grace for the rest of the next couple times that we're together.
That me can't take for the people them. You see, anyway, you're Jamaican, so not that style. Beg them before them beg you.
I'm just saying, I need a little bit of grace.
Yeah, I can get all the grace in the world. The canned beef, the tin mackerel, the sausage, the ketchup. What else grace make?
Corned beef.
Yes, the sweet corn. What else grace make?
You know, some
everything.
Grace make all rice. You can't get the whole heap of grace.
Grace make everything. Now let's give a plug to Grace for making everything. Shout out to Grace. You can sponsor us, right? Sponsor this episode of the Cake Therapy Podcast. So girls, like, let me see. We've been talking for a very long time. Can you believe it? But before we close, let's imagine like we're talking to our younger selves. The girls in high school who felt like they had, well, not Nicole or Carla, who had to shrink to accept, to be accepted. But we're gonna talk to you. Tell me a little bit about what would you tell yourself? You know, the high school version of yourself.
Continue being oblivious.
Nicole, it was not oblivious. No,
to be very honest, Altricia, a lot of the things, like, I learned long after that there were people that struggled in high school with like relationships and like fitting in. I mean, we went to an awesome school, but I learned afterwards not everybody had the same experience.
Yes, okay. Mm-hmm.
But I'm thankful for the fact that me was very oblivious. Not stupid, but and I guess too because me really never care much about other people.
You still don't.
That's not true. Let me rephrase it. I didn't care much about offending people.
Yes.
That I really was oblivious to. Like small little things that I'm now seeing that really impacted people. Because were I more aware, I probably would have in a more fight in high school because you can't diss my friend.
Diss me. And maybe.
Yeah, but you can't diss my friend. There are some things that I learned afterward that some people went through that, thank God, me was just very oblivious. But my younger self, me just said, look after your friend a little bit more.
Yeah.
Look out for your friend a little bit more. Because I mean, at the age, I don't think that we were overly equipped to deal with some of the issues that I'm realizing people had now. But you could have paid more attention to your friend and it would have made a bigger difference to them. Maybe their experiences would have been different.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Carla?
I think I would have told my younger self that I was enough. That I think I was very good at putting on a show. And I really wasn't confident at all.
Yeah.
The only thing I was confident in is, hey, I could play netball. But other than that, it was, I didn't think I was a part of it outside of, like a Nicole who just latch on and some people and we click and we're going home together. And I think I fed off some of that in order to be confident. But I don't think I was as confident. I don't think I was truly as confident because I was feeding off energy. And that's a big part of me too. If I'm sick and people are around me, I feed off the energy. When you're gone, I feel like they're dead. I'm just like up and about, even
Hello.
So
Tell her not to have back on the bus.
No, I write up a campaign, I lost it. But yeah, I really think that I would have told myself I was enough. I think I struggled with that up until I was probably at university, thinking that I just wasn't enough, but nobody would have known because I would not have shown it.
Yeah,
because you are more than enough for us, so we're not gonna see that because you were always more than enough for us.
Yeah, you found
always more than enough for us.
But when I was at home, I wouldn't feel that way, or once I wasn't in that crowd, I wouldn't feel that way, and I just never felt like, hey, I was,
when you see them come and they smile and lead the way, and that has always been Carla. Nobody couldn't vex around you, Carla.
But that smile, truth be told, during that time, that smile was
a mask.
It was who I wanted to be, but it wasn't who I was.
Jay, go. Tell me what you said to your younger self.
Pretty similar to Carla, that I am enough just as I am, and don't listen to the noise of things that persons are saying about you, because those are persons who don't know you. And I was okay with the few friends that I had because you all knew me for who I was.
Yeah.
Though I was quiet, you all knew me.
The fallacy.
Adored me.
I'm not take that because she won't go and call me Gargamel.
I know. The fallacy.
Take that. She's the only person who give me a nickname at high school. But I'm so quiet.
Fallacy. You know what I would say to my younger self? It's the same thing, that I was enough. And I I have met my people. I would tell myself that real friends wouldn't compete, and then it's okay to let down your guard sometimes. I found that I didn't do that enough, and I wished I had, because imagine like we have this very meaningful friendship that I treasure for a lifetime. And I'm hoping that none of you leave this earth before I do, because I just could not. Like, I just can't imagine a loss such as that. How much greater would it have been if I'd let down, my guard sooner? But I'm happy that we've gotten here. I'm happy that we're here. I've had an amazing conversation with you guys. I want to thank you all for showing up, for always showing up for me. Not just here on this podcast, even though I had to wait 45 minutes for some of you to get on.
Nikki.
Me love the fact that you love me regardless.
Of course, we love you. And we waited. We gave you grace to get it together.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, so to our Cake Therapy listeners, I hope that this gave you something to hold on to. Whether you've gotten your tribe already, or if you're still building it, know that this is what you truly deserve. You deserve this kind of love. You deserve this kind of community. And you deserve friends who make you feel safe. And you actually deserve to be seen. And before we go, let's take a breath. Inhale the power of connection. Exhale the weight of comparison. Inhale room for softness. And then exhale the myth that we no longer carry. Real friendship is healing work, and it's available to all of us. Just put in the time. I want to thank Nicole, Carla, and Janine for joining me on this episode of the Cake Therapy Podcast. And our high school reunion is next week, and I look forward to seeing all 3 of them there. All 4 of us will be there celebrating our 30-year high school reunion. Thank you guys for joining the Cake Therapy Podcast.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Don't hang up, but say bye, guys. I'll cut out the
Bye.
Bye.
And thank you guys for coming.
And thank
We
you.
didn't have a choice.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you for tuning in to the Cake Therapy Podcast. Your support means the world to us. Let us know what you thought about today's episode in the comment section. Remember to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. And if you found the conversation helpful, please share it with a friend. Also, follow Sugar Spoon Desserts on all social media platforms. We invite you to support Cake Therapy and the work we do with our foundation by clicking on the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description, or by visiting the Cake Therapy website and making a donation. All your support will go towards the Cake Therapy Foundation and the work we are doing to help women and girls. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode.